project focuses on validation of transient force loading on a pipeline anchor. When fluid in a pipeline comes to a sudden stop, it can create an event called water hammer. And what water hammer is that it's a transient pressure wave that can cause extreme forces on the pipe and the pipe supports. They're also quite sudden and need to be designed for when designing a pipeline system. Our client, Patterson & Cook, asked us to design a lab-scale test rig that we can use to help validate the theory behind these transient pressure waves and the actual data collected from our transient pressure waves. Hopefully, then we will be able to expedite Patterson & Cook's design process because they will have a better understood relationship of these transient events.
One thing we would do differently is to talk to our technical advisors earlier. We had a lot of different designs that we thought were going to be really good, and then when we talked to our technical advisors, we realized that they weren't really possible. So making sure that you get in contact with them early and often throughout the design process is important to make sure you can actually create the design, and then you can get to those builds a lot quicker.
Our current project goals are as follows. We want to complete the construction of the prototype, greenlight it with Patterson & Cook, and then begin initial testing and acquire some initial data. After this, we want to create a computer model in Wanda which completely and properly represents the physical prototype. After this, we would like to generate an initial relationship between the Wanda model and the physical prototype.
The main challenges we faced during this project have to do with time management, specifically with our preliminary design presentation. We got very behind, and it put us behind for the rest of the semester and made it hard for us to catch up. The other thing that we had a hard time with was finding a technical advisor who would be able to help lead us through the challenging and technical aspects of our project.
Last semester, some successes that we had with our projects was that we were able to get a preliminary design review, so that way we knew what direction we were going to go in with our project. We found out a way to acquire our data. We know the method in which we're going to do our data acquisition, and we created really close relationships with our technical advisors and our PA. One of the biggest challenges that we faced last semester was not giving ourselves enough time to finish our assignments. This being said, it took us a while to get our PDR finalized. If we had spoken to our technical advisors a lot sooner, then we would have made a lot more progress last semester.